Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. More information around the Jimmy Butler saga. As the Jimmy Butler saga proceeds, there's one potential trade partner out there that would reportedly be willing to give Jimmy Butler a new deal. So, new report came out from NBA insider Mark Stein. He said that the Phoenix Suns are widely regarded as the team that is most interested in trading for Jimmy Butler, which we knew. But what's more is Suns owner Matt Ishbia is believed to be willing to sign Jimmy Butler, who's 35 years old, to a lucrative new contract as anyone you will find. So Butler is making $49 million this season. Next season, he has a player option for $52.4 million. The reason why he's asked for a trade is because he wanted an extension. The extension would have given him one extra year on paper because Jimmy technically can opt in with the Miami Heat, which we know he's probably not going to do. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But the idea was when he requested a extension from the Miami Heat this summer, he basically wanted to play out this season for 49, scratch out that 52 million, increase that to 54 million, and then add a next year for like 57. So he wanted like 2 years for like 110, 113 million dollars. And the Miami Heat didn't want to do it. They're like, you're an aging star. Like, you're obviously always injured. You're missing 20 something plus games every single season. Jimmy already missed, before getting the suspension, 10 games out of the 30. He already missed the third of the season. And with illnesses, with ankle injuries, with whatever. And so with his contract coming up, Jimmy's concern, I guess other teams' concerns is that offer. And plus, like, Jimmy wants an extension. So other teams don't necessarily want to rent Jimmy Butler just for this season. Like, the season's almost halfway done. So if Jimmy does opt out of the deal, he would be, again, only a short-term rental for any suitor. If he opts into it, he will be an expensive commitment during his age 36 season to that suitor as well. So they have to be open to the idea and trying to convince him, if they want to, basically, is opt in, then they could renegotiate a contract. And I don't know how many teams after next season would want to give him an extension, but it seems like the Suns want to. So it appears that's not a problem for the Suns owner. He's no stranger to paying lofty contracts. They're a second apron team. They have Kevin Durant, who's 36, has a huge contract. Bradley Beal has the fifth highest contract in the NBA right now, who's not a top 5 player. He's making 50 something this year, 56 and 60 million for the next 3 seasons, including this one. And Phoenix, doesn't care. They're willing to just make it happen. And, they want to make some sort of maneuver and they want to make the Jimmy Butler trade happen. And as Stein has explained, the Suns are well aware that the Miami Heat are now not interested, not now, but they have never been interested, obviously, in Bradley Beal. A report just came out from the Heat side saying, hey, we don't want Bradley Beal. We could have got him 2 years ago when he was 2 years younger, and we could have got him for like second round picks. We didn't want his contract on our books. So it's clear the Heat are not interested in Bradley Beal. And assuming the 2031 first round pick that would have came with that for Butler, it's not lucrative enough because of his horrendous contract. This means Phoenix would clearly need to find a third team willing to take on Beal's contract, which again, they owe him 110 after this season. He's already making 50 something. And to have a shot to actually get Butler, that's going to be super tough because Bradley Beal has a no trade clause. So it's not like we can force him to go to the Sacramento Kings, even though the Kings actually just leapfrogged the Phoenix Suns for the 11th seed. Now the Suns are the 12th seed. They're 15 and 18 and on a 4-game losing streak, and they're looking horrible. So it looks like they're desperate. That's why I think the owner is saying we need to get new perspective, new all-star in this mix because Bradley Beal's cooked. So he's fine, but he's not good enough. He's not going to help the Suns team win. So the idea, though, of Durant, Booker, and Butler, according to the Suns, playing together come playoff time is what their perspective will be on acquiring Jimmy Butler and why they want Jimmy Butler and why they would possibly pay him in the future. But the Suns could look to wait. The Heat are, again, they don't have much negotiation leverage at this point. So Miami has already suspended Jimmy Butler. They said they're open to trading him. They're getting low ball offers at this point. So I think the Miami Heat are going to wait and see. Like, that's cool that the Suns are so motivated to trade for Jimmy Butler and willing to give him this crazy contract, but they have to give us something that makes sense. And what they can give us 1-to-1 is impossible because all they can offer us is either KD, which they don't want to, Booker straight up, they won't do that, or Beal, which is what they want to do. Who knows if Beal even would waive his trade clause to go to Miami? But we need to find a third team that's going to be willing to take on Bradley Beal's salary. Very, very unlikely any team will do that, or that Bradley Beal will agree to go to that team. So unless that team is somehow a contender that gets in the mix where Bradley Beal is going to, then maybe Jimmy can get to the Suns, and then that contender. But if it's a contender, why would they want to break up their assets and give us pieces too? So it doesn't make sense. I don't think the Suns trade is going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. Unless the front office is completely cooked, and for some reason they do just finally say, let's trade Bradley Beal for him, and Bradley Beal for some reason wants to come to Miami because he knows he could be upper, like an upper on that, like a threshold or totem pole right now, because he's the third guy on that team. Like Bradley Beal feels like, hey, I could be next to Tyler Hero as the 1-2 punch, because Bam obviously we know struggles offensively. But anyway, that's all I have for this episode. Let me know what you guys think. The pesky Suns keep coming in with just more information about how they want Jimmy Butler and that they're willing to offer him this contract. But I think it's nonsense. Do you guys think the Suns have any shot of acquiring Jimmy Butler, even if it is a third team or three team or 4 team trade to get it done?